Everyone will please rise, turn towards the flag for our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Abby Disney and Brooklyn Ellis of Oak Ridge. Brooklyn Ellis from Oak Ridge. All right, clerk, of course, needs individual events 1, 2, and 3. Individual events 1, 2, and 3 to clerk, of course. Okay, and now we have some swim-offs before we start our open relays. So if you'll direct your attention to the blocks we have to take care of a little business with swim-offs. Swim-offs will be 25 frees. That was chosen by the swimmers. So you'll direct your attention to the bulkhead for the start. 3 different events, 6 total swimmers, so 3 swim-offs. We're about to start. We'll have our open relays and then into our backstroke and freestyle individual events. right, swimmers general announcement, the dive well pool and the scoreboard pool are open for warm-ups. Warm-ups are available in the dive well and scoreboard pools. All right, this is event 145 girls, 9, 10, 200-yard freestyle relay, open, heat 1 of 2. Madam Referee. Thursday final sessions are off. Lane 1, Friendly Frogs. Lane 2, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 3, the Cardinal. Lane 4, Sherwood. Lane 5, the Burr Mill Marlins. Lane 6, Green Valley Gators. And in lane 7, Burr Mill. This is your final heat of the girls 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay open. Madam Referee. All right, lane 1's Green Valley Gators. Lane 2, Lake Jeanette Lightning. Lane 3, Friendly Frogs. Lane 4, Ridgewood. Lane 5, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 6, Hamilton Lakes. And lane 7, Oak Ridge. And lane 8, Hamilton Lakes. All right, coaches and swimmers, we need events 1, 2, and 3, individual events to the clerk of course. Events 1, 2, 3. All right. right, this is your boys 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay for the Open Championship. Heat 1 of 2. Madam Referee. All right, in lane 4 is Sherwood, and in lane 5, Green Valley Gators. All right, everyone in the crowd, quiet at the starts, please. Everyone's excited, but we need swimmers to be able to hear the starts. Quiet at the starts. Thank you very much. One more reminder, everyone, to be quiet at the starts. Thank you for your cooperation. This is your final heat, the boys 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Madam Referee. In lane 1, the Greensboro Elks. Lane 2, Lake Jeanette Lightning. Lane 3, the Friendly Frogs. Lane 4, Ridgewood. Lane 5, Cardinal. Lane 6, Bar Mill. And then lane 7, Hamilton Lakes Hornets. All right, this is the girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. First of 3 heats. Madam Referee. All right, lane 4, we have the Friendly Frogs. Lane 5, the Burmill Marlins. This is your second heat of the girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Madam referee. Here we go, in lane 1, this Hamilton Lakes Hornets. Lane 2, Oak Ridge Orcas. Lane 3, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 4, Burmill Marlins. Lane 5, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 6, Blue Dolphins. And in lane 7, Sherwood. This is your final heat of the girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Madam Referee. In lane 1 is Sherwood, lane 2, Oak Ridge, lane 3, Friendly Falls, lane 4, Starmount, lane 5, Ridgewood, in lane 6, the Greensboro Alps, lane 7, Green Valley, and in lane 8, Hamilton Lakes. Boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship, the one and only heat, Madam Referee.
Attention, attention, coaches. Events 7, 19, and 20 are available on the DQ table. Events 7, 19, and 20 heat sheets are all available on the DQ table. Please come and receive them.
Okay, this is our one and only heat. The boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay in lane 1, Green Valley. Lane 2, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 3, Green Valley. In lane 4, the Friendly Frogs. In lane 5, Board Mill. In lane 6, Southeast Swim Club. And in lane 7, the Oak Ridge Short Coast. All right, this is the girls 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. First of 3 heats, Madam Referee. In lane 3, Sherwood. Lane 4, the Barnwell Marlins. And in lane 5, Hamilton Lakes Hornets. 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay, open championship. Madam Referee. Rounding out this second heat, in lane 1 is Hamilton Lakes, lane 2 Sherwood, lane 3 the Lake Jeanette Lightning, lane 4 Friendly Frogs, lane 5 Henson Forest, lane 6 Green Valley, and in lane 8 Oak Ridge Orcas. This is your third and final heat for the girls' 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Madam Referee. This is your final heat. The girls 13-19 relay. Lane 1 is the Friendly Frogs. Lane 2, Southeast. Lane 3, Sherwood. And lane 4, the Green Valley Gators. Lane 5, Friendly. Lane 6, another Green Valley Gator Red. And lane 7, Friendly. And in lane 8, Hamilton Lakes Hornets. This is your boys 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open championship, first of 3 heats. Madam referee. In lane 3, Sherwood. And in lane 4, Friendly Frogs. This is your second heat with the boys 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Madam referee. In lane 1, Hamilton Lakes. Lane 2, Oak Ridge. And lane 3, the Greensboro Elks. Lane 4, Friendly. Lane 5, Hamilton Lakes Hornets. Lane 6, Vincent Forest. Lane 7, Burrville Marlins. And in lane 8, the Green Valley Gators. This is your third and final heat for the open relays. Boys 13-19, 200-yard relay. Madam referee. Here we go, lane 1, Sherwood, lane 2, Cardinal, lane 3, Friendly, lane 4, High Point Elks, lane 5, Oak Ridge, lane 6, Oak Ridge, lane 7, the Lake Jeanette Lightning, and in lane 8, Southeast Swim Club. All right, this is event 1, girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke championship C final. Madam referee. Here we go, first championship final. Lane 1, Vivian Adams. Lane 2, Stella Simpson. Lane 3, Amelia Shade from High Point Elks. Lane 4, Catherine Apple. Lane 5, Ava Carson. Lane 6, Cora Kimbrell. Lane 7, Mary Pat Taboka. Lane 8, Nora McClaga. This is your B final for the girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. Madam referee. Preston Mealer from Blue Dolphins. Lane 2 from Hamilton Lakes, Sloan Moody. Lane 3 from Hamilton Lakes, Charlotte O'Hare. Lane 4, Forest Oaks, Olivia Brooks. Lane 5 from Friendly, Lucy Tripotto. Lane 6 from Friendly, Mariana Douglas. Lane 7, Sherwood Avery Wagoo. Lane 8 from Cardinal, Olivia Kopp. Clerk, of course, looking for events 4 and 5. 4 and 5 to clerk, of course. This is your A final for the girls, 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. In lane 8 for the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Mara Wall. In lane 1 from Oak Ridge, McAllister Hannah. In lane 7 from Oak Ridge, Brooklyn Brinker. In lane 2 from Henson Forest, Emerson Lewis. In lane 6 from Friendly, Rebecca Bowles. In lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Ashley Hilty. In lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Kinsley Idle. And in lane 4 from the Cardinal, your top qualifier with a time of 19.76, Caroline Dagenhart. Madam Referee. This is event 2, boys 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. C final, Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Lake Jeanette, Archer Marauda. Lane 2 from the Cardinal, Carter Gray. Lane 3, Green Valley swimmer Avery Gray. Lane 4, Greensboro Elks, Arlo Smith. Lane 5 from Burmell, Asher Altimer. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Amos Patel. Lane 7 from Hamilton Lakes, Nathan Simonetti. And in lane 8 from Henson Forest, Rhea Rigney. This is your B final for the boys 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. Madam referee. And lane 1, Miller Riddle. Lane 2, Maverick Brown. Lane 3, Jonah Dettinger. Lane 4, Miles Holmes. Lane 5, Oak Kepley. Lane 6, Jay Payne. Lane 7, Harris Scott. And in lane 8, Cooper Merriam. This is your A final for the boys 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. And lane 8, from Lake Jeanette, Max Glazer. In lane 1, from Henson Forest, Parker Gaines. In lane 7, from Friendly, Maverick Sappe. In lane 2 from Ridgewood, Austin McKay. In lane 6 from the Blue Dolphins, Worth Johnson. In lane 3 from Ridgewood, Kason Laurel. In lane 5 from Southeast, Jack Mearns. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 18.14 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Quincy Lofton. Madam referee. All right, everyone. We're going to have some awards down at the Dive Well Inn. Direct your attention to the Dive Well Inn, the podiums. Coaches, you can bring your open swimmers this way. We'll start with event 146. Boys 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay. In third place, the Lake Jeanette Lightning. A little patience as we get these going. We're going to make sure we get everybody to the podium or give them a chance to. So reminder, coaches, events 146 through 150. Awards at the podium. All right, let's do this. Boys 9-10, 200-yard freestyle relay, open, third place, the Lake Jeanette Lightning. All right, in second place, the Hamilton Lakes Hornets. For the Lake Jeanette Lightning, that's Riley Keene, Jackson No, Jonah Glazer, Owen McGovern. For the second place Hamilton Lakes Hornets, that's David Carter, Jet Milroy, Jameson Lewis, and Walker Riddle. And your first place team for the boys 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay open championship with a time of 2 minutes 35.21 seconds. The Bear Mill Marlins. That's Chance Wang, Jeff Wang, Gibson Weingartner, and Benton Ulrich. Quick announcements here. Clerk, of course, needs events 6, 7, and 8. Clerk, of course, needs events 6, 7, and 8. All right, now for the girls 9-10 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. In third place, the Hamilton Lakes Hornets. Swimmers are Andy Evans, Ellie Nix, Eleanor Persley, and Audrey O'Hare. In second place, the Lake Jeanette Lightning. Swimmers are Ella Coffrin, Caroline Bavorka Wells, Hattie Johnson, and Anya Stein. And your first place finishers with a time of 2 minutes 28.34 seconds, the Hamilton Lakes Hornets. Your swimmers are Lily Gustafson, Harper Kirstein, Taylor Garnett, and Georgia Adams. Congratulations, 9-10 girls, 200-yard freestyle relay open. Now for your girls, 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open, top 3 finishers. In third place, from the Hamilton Lakes Hornets, swimmers Emily Lehman, Kate Streba, Noel Smith, and Edie Walters. In second place, Oak Ridge Swim Club. Swimmers Maddie Lynott, Emily Sigmund, Reagan Bowen, and Emma Gray Saunders. And your first place finishers with a time of 2 minutes, 12.3 seconds, Sherwood. Swimmers are Bailey Robinson, Allison Wofford, Sally Cook, and Lucy Colbreth. All right, now for your boys, 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship. Top 3 finishers. In third place, from Southeast Swim Club, swimmers Conrad Goad, Silas Hunt, Smith Young, and Alexander Rimbach. In second place, 11-12 boys 200-yard freestyle relay open championship, Bo Mill. Okay, finally, your winners of the boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle relay open championship with a time of 2 minutes, 24.82 seconds, the Green Valley Gators. All right, now we'll have our girls 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open champions. In third place, Southeast Swim Club. Those swimmers are Leah Har, Katie Beth Jordan, Lucy Dimmick, and Anna Zimmer. In second place, Sherwood. Swimmers are Samantha Maley, Ellie Hockman, Sarah Maley, and Millie Hartwick. And now your winners for the girls 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open champion with a time of 1 minute 54.39 seconds, the Green Valley Gators. Swimmers Shelby Dugas, Alice De Loretta, Morgan Kanya, and Violet Van Duren. All right, congratulations, girls. All right, our last podium for this session right now, the boys 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay. In third place, Friendly Frogs. Swimmers Elijah Marlowe, Charlie Doughton, Michael Maloney, and Colin Howard. In second place, High Point Elks. Swimmers Ben Holbrook, Clayton Wilhelm, Brantley Johnson, and Julian Seaman. And your winners of the boys 13-19 200-yard freestyle relay open championship with a time of 1 minute 36.33, just edging out second place, Oak Ridge. Swimmers Joey Glenn, Lucas Chiapetta, Carson Smith, and Jake Mungus. All right, now the girls 9-10 50-yard backstroke championship C final. Madam referee. All right, here we go from Oak Ridge in lane 1, Kelly Burkett. Lane 2 from Ensign Forest, Olivia Hyatt. Lane 3, Green Valley Gator, Heidi Andrews. Lane 4 from Southeast, Parker Smith. Lane 5 from Friendly, Lucy Van Patter. And lane 6 from Forest Oaks, Remy Dowda. Lane 7, Greensboro Elks swimmer, Carly Cottle. And in lane 8 from Green Valley, Josie Elmore. This is your B final for the girls 9-10 50-yard backstroke. Madam referee. And lane 1 from Grandover, Nolly Kepley. Lane 2 from Burnell, Felicity Friedrich. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Caroline Ravorka Wells. Lane 4 from Lake Jeanette, Cora Rogers. Lane 5 from Fridley, Maria Hammond. Lane 6 from Hamilton Lakes, Janie Blair Patrisky. And then lane 7 from High Point Elks, Livy Wallace. Finally, lane 8 from Sherwood, Natalia Gavetti. This is your A final for the girls 9-10 50-yard backstroke championship in lane 8 from Oak Ridge, Cora Gibson. In lane 1 from Ridgewood, Emma Grant. In lane 7 from Sherwood, Stuart Montana. In lane 2 from Ridgewood, Natalie Mornda. In lane 6 from Sherwood, Caitlin Talbot. In lane 3 from Grandover, Hattie Craven. In lane 5 from Grandover, Abigail Joroff. And in lane 4 from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, your top qualifier with a time of 34.1 seconds, Sadie Stein. Madam Referee. All right, this is event 4 boys 9-10 50-yard backstroke championship C final. Madam Referee. Here we go to the C final in lane 1 from the Cardinal, Raleigh Bird. Lane 2 from High Point Elks, Wesley Hodgin. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Trent Bezzaretti. Lane 4 from the Cardinal, Andrew Morton. Lane 5 from Greensboro Elks, Thomas Apple. Lane 6 from Ridgewood, Weston O'Berry. Lane 7 from Burr Mill, Benton York. And lane 8 from Burr Mill, Gibson Weingartner. This is the B final for the boys 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. Madam referee. Here we go, lane 1 from Sherwood, Merritt Pace. Lane 2 from the Cardinal, Mason Dagenhart. Lane 3, Hamilton Lakes Hornets, Walker Riddle. Lane 4, Friendly Frog, Cliff Cameron. Lane 5, Friendly Frog, Hendricks Flowers. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Anderson Fry. Lane 7 from the Blue Dolphins, Cross Johnson. And then lane 8 from Green Valley, Jakey Zamora. It's a sabotage for the A final. Boys 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. In lane 8 from Starmount, Ricky Gunther. Lane 1 from Southeast, Elliot Zimmer. Lane 7 from the Friendly Frogs, Eli Sappe. Lane 2 from the High Point Elks, Campbell Wilhelm. Lane 6 from Oak Ridge, Grayson Zacher. Lane 3 from Ridgewood, Nolan Quigg. Lane 5 from Southeast, Oliver Burns. And your top qualifier with a time of 31.85 seconds from the Lake Genetic Lightning, Tanner Sagan. Madam referee. All right, this is event 5, the girls 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. C final, Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Green Valley, Source Colleran. Lane 2 from Lake Jeanette, Nora Horan. Lane 3 from Bormel, Vera Friend. Lane 4 from Lake Jeanette, Josie Brown. Lane 5 from Southeast, Harper Harrelson. Lane 6 from Sherwood, Lily Edifa. Lane 7 from Kayla Krantz. And then lane 8 from Bormel, Sanvi Barrick. This is your B final for the girls, 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. Madam Referee. Here we go to the B final in lane 1 from Hemlock Lakes, Edie Walters. Lane 2 from Sherwood, Hannah Willis. Lane 3 from Friendly, Cora Young. Lane 4 from Greensboro Elks, Leah Zeller. Lane 5 from Starmount, Caroline Kondrasky. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Mira Johnson. Lane 7 from Vandover, Olivia Champion. Lane 8 from Edson Forest, Annabelle Coops. This is your A final for the girls, 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. In lane 8 from the Cardinal, Bryn Kerr. In lane 1 from Ridgewood, Caroline Conway. In lane 7 from Oak Ridge, Hadley Brinker. In lane 2 from Henson Forest, Elise Tobin. Lane 7 from Greensboro Elks, Ella Kirby. Lane 3 from Starmount, Madeline Baden. Lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Carson Turner. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 30.79 seconds from Barmel, Kaylee Wang. Madam Referee. This is event 6, boys 11-12, 50-yard backstroke, C final. Madam Referee. Yeah, lane 1 from Missing Forest, Finley Hayes. Lane 2 from the Blue Dolphins, Hatcher Fields. Lane 3 from Hamilton Lakes, Bennett Boger. Lane 4 from Friendly, Angus Mahoney. Lane 5 from Ridgewood, Brady Alexander. Lane 6 from Cardinal, Bryce Downs. Lane 7 from Southeast, Nolan Smith. And in lane 8 from Sherwood, Griffin Cody. This is your B final for the boys 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. Madam Referee. Lane 1 from Southeast, Elliot Schaffner. Lane 2 from Southeast, Cooper Jordan. Lane 3 from Ridgewood, Wyatt Strader. Lane 4 from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Quincy Rush. Lane 5 from Lightning, Jonas Node. Lane 6 from Sherwood, Massimo Crigliano. Lane 7 from Grandover, Max Maniva. And lane 8 from the Blue Dolphins, Colin Schwab. This is your A final for the boys 11-12, 50-yard backstroke. In lane A from the High Point Elks, Anderson Wilhelm. Lane 1 from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Connor Summers. In lane 7 from Barmill, Cooper Klutz. Lane 2 from the Green Valley Gators, Mathis Shogun. Lane 6 from Henson Forest, Trent Tia. Lane 3 from Barmill, George Z. Lane 5 from Friendly, Noah Sape. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 30.51 seconds from Barmill, Doodles A. Madam Referee. right, everyone, we're going to have podiums at the dive well for events 1 through 4. Coaches and swimmers, your podium finishers for events 1 through 4. Let's bring them down to the dive well. All right, events 1 through 4, that's your boys and girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke and your boys and girls 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. Podium finishers down to the dive well. All right, for the girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. Third place from Oak Ridge, Kinsley Idle. In second place from Lake Jeanette, Ashley Hilty. And your winner of the girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke with a time of 19.4 seconds from the Cardinal, Caroline Dagenhart. Now for event 2, boys 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. In third place from Ridgewood, Kason Lore. In second place from Southeast, Jack Burns. And your winner with a time of 17.14 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Quincy Lofton. All right, now for event 3, your girls 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. In third place from Grandover, Hattie Craven. In second place from Grandover, Abigail Joe. And your winner with a time of 32.69 seconds from Lake Jeanette, Sadie Stein. Now for event 4, your boys 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. Third place finisher from Ridgewood, Nolan Craig. Second place from Southeast, Oliver Burns. And your winner with a time of 31.67 seconds from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Tanner Sagan. This is event 7, 13-14 girls 50-yard backstroke C final. Madam Referee. And we're off in lane 1 from Lake Jeanette. Vivian Gustafson, lane 2 from Vandover. Reese Whaley, lane 3 from Sherwood. Sadie Foster, lane 4 from Forest Oaks. Sadie Mae Terrell, lane 5 from Forest Oaks. Chloe Hobbs, lane 6 from Friendly. Lily Roosh, lane 7 from the Lightning. Maddie McGovern, and lane 8 from Greensboro Elks, Sammy Schlossberg. This should be final for the girls 13-14 50-yard backstroke. Madam Referee. The final in the water from lane 1 from Henson Forest, Kyla Goddard, lane 2 from Greensboro Elks. Auburn Whitehurst, lane 3 from Sherwood, Sophia Grigliano, lane 4 from Vandover, Callie Jaroff, lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Christine Green, lane 6 from Friendly, Ella Abernathy, lane 7 from Sherwood, Sarah Edify, lane 8 from Green Valley, Morgan Osborne. Clerk, of course, needs events 11, 12, and 13. 11, 12, and 13 to clerk, of course. This is your A final for the girls 13-14 50-yard backstroke. Lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Rylands Borchar. Lane 1 from Oak Ridge, Avery Smith. Lane 7 from Lake Jeanette, Brooke Henderson. Lane 2 from Hamilton Lakes, Lily Todd. Lane 6 from Henson Forest, Sadie Ross. Lane 3 from Oak Ridge, Mallory McDonald. Lane 5 from Hamilton Lakes, Lucy Crutchfield. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 28.98 seconds from High Point Elks, Ella Ridge. Madam Referee. This is event 8, boys 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke, C final. Madam referee. In lane 1 from Lake Jeanette, Wesley Keene. Lane 2 from Ridgewood, Henry Wrinkle. Lane 3 from Ridgewood, Caden Donahue. Lane 4 from Lake Jeanette, David Cromroy. Lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Mason Shear. Lane 6 from the Cardinal, William Schill. Lane 7 from Grandover, Benjamin Southard. And in lane 8 from Oak Ridge, Caleb Sigmund. This is your B final for the boys 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke. Madam referee. In lane 1 from the Hamilton Lakes, Tristan Nabob. Lane 2 from Blue Dolphins, Morgan Liswall. Lane 3 from the Lightning, Tillman Johnson. Lane 4 from the Frogs, J.P. Hammond. Lane 5 from Sherwood, Cooper Paul. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Liam Price. Lane 7 from the Cardinal, Jackson Dagenhart. Lane 8 from the Cardinal, Colson Huff. This is your A final for the boys 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke. In lane 8 from Green Valley, Cruz Atkinson. In lane 1 from Southeast, Nicholas Dawson. Lane 7 from the Greensboro Elks, Oliver Smith. Lane 2 from Bowmill, Levi Gorinsky. Lane 6 from Hamilton Lakes, Luke Todd. Lane 3 from Starmount, Weston Kondrasky. Lane 5 from Sherwood, Calvin Talbot. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 27.32 seconds from Grandover, Grant Bishop. Madam referee. This is event 9, girls 15, 19, 50-yard backstroke, C final. Madam referee. In lane 1 from Greensboro Elks, Harlan Kennedy. In lane 2 from Starmount, Evelyn Braden. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Emily Lewis. Lane 4 from Lake Jeanette, Molly Smith. Lane 5 from Sherwood, Audrey Fauché. Lane 6 from Sherwood, Samantha Malley. Lane 7 from Oak Ridge, Maddie McDowell. And in lane 8 from Burmill, Elia Kronkas. This is your B final, the 15-19 girls 50-yard backstroke. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from High Point Elks, Parker Ridge. Lane 2 from Southeast, Anna Dimmick. Lane 3 from Greensboro Elks, Emma Suits. Lane 4 from Henson Forest, Anya Kayande. Lane 5 from Southeast, Juliana Singleton. Lane 6 from Friendly, Ashley Cole. Lane 7 from Henson Forest, Helena Goddard. And in lane 8 from Friendly, Aurelia Wilder. Clerk of course announcement. Coaches, they desperately need events 11 and 12 and clerk of course. Events 11 and 12 and clerk of course. Thank you. This is your A final for the girls 15-19 50-yard backstroke. In lane 8 from Green Valley, Sophie McMasters. In lane 1 from Starmount, Poppy Manning. Lane 7 from Green Valley, Mirabella Grubb. Lane 2 from Sherwood, Mary Elizabeth Willis. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Sadie Best. Lane 3 from Hamilton Lakes, Gabriella Trevino. Lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Lauren Smith. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 28.38 seconds from Lake Jeanette, Amelia Wolf. Madam Referee. This is event 10, boys 15-19 50-yard backstroke, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Ridge Ridgewood, William Preston, lane 2 from Cardinal, Preston Thomas, lane 3 from Green Valley, Mac Atkinson, lane 4 from Friendly, Colin Auer, lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Jake Mungus, lane 6 from Lake Jeanette, Hudson Sharp, lane 7 from High Point Oaks, Gavin Cruz, lane 8 from Grandover, Grant Williams. This is your B final for the boys, 15-19, 50-yard backstroke. Madam referee. And lane 1 from Oak Ridge, Wyatt Dodds. Lane 2 from Sherwood, Sebastian Liebens. Lane 3 from Hamlin Lakes, Finn McGonigal. Lane 4 from Grandover, Arthur Neighbors. Lane 5 from Green Valley, Charlie Thompson. Lane 6 from Henson Forest, James Shepard. Lane 7 from Southeast, Joe Cooper. Lane 8 from Greensboro Elks, Nolan Johnson. This is your A final for the boys, 15-19, 50-yard backstroke. In lane 8 from Bowmill, Ryan Masneri. Lane 1 from Henson Forest, Jake Lavati. Lane 7 from Friendly, Micah Mitchell. Lane 2 from Bowmill, Nick Brooks. Lane 6 from Bowmill, Chich Zhang. Lane 3 from Southeast, Avery Mitchell. Lane 5 from Friendly, Charlie Mahoney. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 24.63 seconds from the High Point Elks, Miller Fender. Madam referee. Coaches and swimmers will now do podiums for events 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's your boys and girls 11, 12, 50-yard backstroke. Boys and girls 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke. Come down to the podium now. Thank you. Again, boys and girls, 11, 12, 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke, podium finishers down to the dive well. All right. For the girls, 11, 12, 50-yard backstroke. Top three finishers. Number 3 from Ridgewood, Caroline Conway. Second place from Oak Ridge, Carson Turner. And your winner with a time of 30.13 seconds from Mermill, Kaylee Wayne. For the boys, 11 and 12, 50-yard backstroke. And third place from Friendly, Noah Sabe. In second place from Green Valley, Mathis Schumann. And your winner with a time of 29.07 seconds from Barmill, Dodo Zane. All right, for the girls, 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke. Champs in third place from Oak Ridge, Mallory McDonald. In second place from High Point Elks, Ella Ridge. And your winner with a time of 28.32 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Lucy Crutchfield. And for your boys, 13, 14, 50-yard backstroke. Champs in third place from Grandover, Grant Bishop. In second place from Starmount, Weston Kondrasky. And your winner with a time of 26.82 seconds from Sherwood, Calvin Talbot. This is event 11, girls 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle. C final, Madam Referee. Final, lane 1 from Grandover, Lennon Cook. Lane 2 from Cardinal, Olivia Kopp. Lane 3 from High Point Elks, Ava Carson. Lane 4 from Southeast, Claire Rich. Lane 5 from Greensboro Elks, Catherine Apple. Lane 6 from Friendly, May Harlow. Lane 7 from Green Valley, Faye Elmore. And lane 8 from Forest Oaks, Olivia Brooks. This is the B final for the girls 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Oak Ridge, Kinsley Idle. Lane 2 from Cardinal, Emily Cosgrove. Lane 3 from Starmount, Zia Haddix. Lane 4 from Hamilton Lakes, Magnolia O'Hare. Lane 5 from the Blue Dolphins, Preston Naylor. Lane 6 from Lake Jeanette, Mara Wall. Lane 7 from Hazen Forest, Palmer Holloman. Lane 8 from Sherwood, Mary Pat Topolka. This is your A final for the girls 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle. Lane 8 from Starmount, Audrey Allen. Lane 1 from Hamilton Lakes, Charlotte O'Hare. Lane 7 from Hamilton Lakes, Sloan Moody. Lane 2 from Sherwood, Emily Crigliano. Lane 6 from Oak Ridge, Lulu Lanot. Lane 3 from Oak Ridge, Navita Ramesh. Lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Addison Castor. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 37.94 seconds from the Cardinal, Caroline Dagenhart. Madam Referee. This is event 12, boys 8 and under 50-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Ridgewood, Ryan Collin. Lane 2 from Green Valley, Cole Hummel. Lane 3 from Bontop, Archie Jolliffe. Lane 4 from Ridgewood, Austin McKay. Lane 5 from Lake Jeanette, Maverick Brown. Lane 6 from Greensboro Elks, Arlo Smith. Lane 7 from Friendly, Oliver Bucinich. Lane 8 from Greensboro Elks, Albert Ellington. This is your B final for the boys 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Bonneville, Levi Martin. Lane 2 from Hamilton Lakes, Holden Gustafson. Lane 3 from Friendly, Boone Hayes. Lane 4 from Oak Ridge, Cash Ramirez. Lane 5 from Forest Oaks, Rocky Dowda. Lane 6 from Southeast, Harris Scott. Lane 7 from Southeast, Heath Peterson. Lane 8 from Henson Forest, Evan Hart. This is your A final for the boys 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. In lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Wills, Austria. In lane 1 from Mermill, Deacon Friedrich. Lane 7 from Friendly, Thatcher Sadler. Lane 3 from Grandover, Oak Campley. In lane 6 from Oak Ridge, Wyatt Ellis. In lane 5 from Southeast, Jack Mearns. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 33.94 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Quincy Lofton. That's event 13, girls 9-10 100-yard freestyle. C final, Madam Referee. In lane 1 from the Cardinal, Rylan Gray. Lane 2 from Greensboro Elks, Riley Haslett. Lane 3 from Sherwood, Natalia Gilberti. Lane 4 from Burmill, Anna Solsby. Lane 5 from Forest Oaks, Remy Dowda. Lane 6 from Green Valley Gators, Josie Elmore. In lane 7 from Southeast, Parker Smith. And in lane 8 from Sedgefield, Gabby Lane. This is your B final for the girls 9-10 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Green Valley, Audrey Van Buren. Lane 2 from Hamilton Lakes, Stella Nick. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Stella Rush. Lane 4 from Sherwood, Stewart Montana. Lane 5 from Grandover, Kristen Caldwell. Lane 6 from Burmill, Felicity Frederick. Lane 7 from Friendly Frogs, Lucy Mack. And in lane 8 from Oak Ridge, Kirby McDonald. This is your A final for the girls 9-10 100-yard freestyle. In lane 8 from Ridgewood, Natalie Bordendahl. In lane 1 from Hamilton Lakes, Emma Garnett. Lane 7 from the Friendly Frogs, MJ Matthews. Lane 2 from Ridgewood, Emma Grant. Lane 6 from Lake Jeanette, Robin Cleaver. Lane 3 from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Sadie Stein. And lane 5 from the Cardinal, Emma Paisley. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 1:01.51 from Ridgewood, Lola Sutter. Madam Referee. This is event 14, boys 9-10 100-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Hamilton Lakes, Everest O'Hare. Lane 2 from Friendly, Forrest Sager. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Trent Bezzaretti. Lane 4 from Friendly, Cliff Cameron. Lane 5 from Burn Hill, Sebastian Majon. Lane 6 from Friendly, Hendrix Flowers. Lane 7 from the Cardinal, Mason Dagenhard. And in lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Ford Moody. This is the B final for the boys 9-10 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. 1 from the Cardinal, Landon Morton. Lane 2 from Starmount, Ricky Gunther. Lane 3 from Hamilton Lakes, Quinn Raleigh. Lane 4 from Southeast, Elliot Zimmer. Lane 5 from Oak Ridge, Graham Brinker. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Graham Parsons. Lane 7 from High Point Elks, Stone Cunningham. And then lane 8 from Southeast, Griffin Gamble. This is your A final for the boys 9, 10, 100-yard freestyle. And lane 8 from Burmill, Maddox Neal. And lane 1 from Henson Forest, William Holloman. And lane 7 from Ridgewood, Andy McCutcheon. And lane 2 from Southeast Swim Club, Oliver Burns. Lane 7 from Burmill, Sawyer Heath. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Isaac Carter. Lane 5 from the Cardinal, Caleb Nash. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 1:03.3 from Lake Jeanette, Tanner Sagan. Madam Referee. This is event 14. Event 15, girls 11, 1200 yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. All right, technical difficulties behind us. We're gonna have a little awards before event 15. Coaches and swimmers, come down for girls, boys, 15-19, 50-yard backstroke. Girls, boys, 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle down to the dive well. (15-19) 50-yard backstroke. 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle, podiums. All right, let's get our girls 15-19, 50-yard backstroke. Top 3 finishers. In 3rd place from Hamilton Lakes, Gabriella Trevino. In 2nd place from Oak Ridge, Lauren Smith. And your winner with a time of 28.15 seconds from Lake Jeanette, Amelia Wolf. Now for your boys, 15-19, 50-yard backstroke champs. And in 3rd place from Southeast, Avery Mitchell. In 2nd place from the High Point Elks, Miller Fender. And your winner from the Friendly Frogs with a time of 24.55 seconds, Charlie Mahoney. Now for your girls 8 and under 50-yard freestyle champs. In 3rd place from the Cardinal, Caroline Dagenhart. In 2nd place from Ridgewood, Addison Castor. And your winner with a time of 37.51 seconds from Oak Ridge, Lulu Lynott. Now for your boys 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle champs. In third place from Grandover, Oak Kepley. From Southeast Swim Club in second place, Jack Burns. And your winner with a time of 31.66 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Quincy Lofton. This is event 15, girls 11, 1200 yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Green Valley, Parker Elmore. Lane 2 from Sherwood, Lily Edifon. Lane 3 from Lake Jeanette, Josie Brown. Lane 4 from Southeast, Abigail Cook. Lane 5 from Pinetop, Abby Hickling. Lane 6 from Friendly, Rayleigh Sorrell. Lane 7 from Friendly, Cassie Auer. Lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Edie Walters. This is your B final for the girls 11, 1200 yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Green Valley, Mira Johnson. Lane 2 from Grandover, Olivia Champion. Lane 3 from Oak Ridge, Jude Wilson. Lane 4 from Henson Forest, Elise Tobin. Lane 5 from the Cardinal, Bryn Kerr. Lane 6 from the Friendly Frogs, Frankie Hogan. Lane 7 from Henson Forest, Charlotte Lavati. And then lane 8 from High Point Oaks, Nora Hodgett. This is your A final for the girls 11, 1200 yard freestyle. Lane 8 from Ridgewood, Olivia King. Lane 1 from Oak Ridge, Adley Brinker. In lane 7 from Sherwood, Madeline Fauché. Lane 2 from Greensboro Elks, Charlie Grimsley. Lane 6 from Ridgewood, Taylor Hilliard. Lane 3 from Oak Ridge, Carson Turner. Lane 5 from Greensboro Elks, Ella Kirby. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 57.72 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Parker Myers. Madam Referee. This is event 16 boys, 11-12, 100-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. And lane 1 from the Cardinal, Hudson Hill. Lane 2 from Oak Ridge, Edward Lopez. Lane 3 from Grandover, Max Boniva. Lane 4 from Oak Ridge, Samuel Lopez. Lane 5 from Ridgewood, Graham Spurrier. Lane 6 from Green Valley, Adam McCall. Lane 7 from Henson Forest, Finlay Hayes. And in lane 8 from Starmount, Jacob Master. This is your B final for the boys, 11-12, 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from the Blue Dolphins, Austin Mailer. Lane 2 from Southeast, Cooper Jordan. Lane 3 from High Point Elks, Anderson Wilhelm. Lane 4 from Grandover, CJ Champion. Lane 5 for the Friendly Frogs, Gabe Vanderlippe. Lane 6 from Ridgewood, Wyatt Strader. Lane 7 from Hamilton Lakes, Johnny Duggins. In lane 8 from Sherwood, Massimo Siriaglamo. All right, this is your A final for the boys, 11-12, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 8 from the High Point Elks, Connor Seaman. Lane 1 from Lake Jeanette, Quincy Rush. Lane 7 from Barmill, Cooper Klutz. Lane 2 from Hamilton Lakes, Nathan Tuma. Lane 6 from Sherwood, Arno Liebens. Lane 3 from Friendly, Josh Townsend. Lane 5 from Green Valley, Mathis Schumann. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 57.07 seconds from Barmill, Luke Masday. Madam Referee. This is event 17 girls, 13-14, 100-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. And lane 1 from Lake Jeanette, Maddie McGovern. Lane 2 from Oak Ridge, Jordan Smith. Lane 3 from Oak Ridge, Isabella Disney. Lane 4 from Green Valley, Ruby Duncan. Lane 5 from Grandover, Taylor Brundage. Lane 6 from Forest Oaks, Chloe Hobbs. Lane 7 from Lake Jeanette, Kara Edwards. And lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Addie Buring. This is the B final for the girls, 13-14, 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Ridgewood, Charlotte Morgan. Lane 2 from Cardinal, Hunter Morgan. Lane 3 from Sherwood, Maddie Montana. Lane 4 from Friendly, Ella Abernathy. Lane 5 from Friendly, Raina Gu. Lane 6 from Ridgewood, Ellie Spurrier, lane 7 from Pontop. Stevie Grace Shaffrey, lane 8 from Greensboro Oaks. Roy O'Neill. This is your A final for the girls 13-14 100-yard freestyle. In lane 8 for Grandover, Catherine Caldwell. In lane 1 for Lake Jeanette, Olivia Horan. In lane 7 for Friendly, Ava Voss. In lane 2 for Bear Mill, Olivia Masneri. In lane 6 for Hamilton Lakes, Lily Todd. In lane 3 for Sherwood, Kendall Abram. In lane 5 for Oak Ridge, Avery Smith. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 56.36 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Elizabeth Hill. Madam Referee. This is event 18, boys 13-14, 100-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Greensboro Oaks, Alex Williams. Lane 2 from Oak Ridge, Caleb Sigmund. Lane 3 from Friendly, Watts Van Patter. Lane 4 from High Point Oaks, Rowan Biggs. Lane 5 from Friendly, Oscar Matthews. Lane 6 from Hamilton Lakes, Wynn Moody. Lane 7 from Lake Jeanette, Luke McCall. And lane 8 from Greensboro Oaks, Grayson Johnson. This is your B final for the boys 13-14 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Ridgewood, Henry Wrinkle. Lane 2 from Cardinal, William Schittle. Lane 3 from Grandover, Oliver Everhart. Lane 4 from Green Valley, Easton McShay. Lane 5 from Southeast, Jeffrey Cook. Lane 6 from the Cardinal, Jackson Dagenhart. Lane 7 from Green Valley, Liam Price. And in lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Tristan Navab. This is your A final for the boys 13-14 100-yard freestyle. In lane 8 from Sherwood, Harrison Gill. In lane 1 from Green Valley, Cruz Atkinson. Lane 7 from Friendly, Franco Flores. Lane 2 from Burmill, Kyler Neal. Lane 6 from Grandover, Keenan Dawson. Lane 3 from Greensboro Elks, Benjamin Saslow. Lane 5 from Grandover, Grant Bishop. And in lane 4, your top qualifier with a time of 50.87 seconds from Sherwood, William Netherton. Madam Referee. This is event 19, girls 15-19, 100-yard freestyle, C final. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Sherwood, Audrey Fauché. Lane 2 from Green Valley, Violet Van Buren. Lane 3 from Starmount, Evelyn Braden. Lane 4 from Friendly, Camille Miller. Lane 5 from Southeast, Ada Zimmer. Lane 6 from Greensboro Elks, Layla Siege. Lane 7 from Ridgewood, Lucy Gaylord. Lane 8 from Hamilton Lakes, Allison Beering. This is your B final for the girls 15-19 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from the Friendly Frogs, Ashley Kroll. Lane 2 from Green Valley, Sadie Best. Lane 3 from Sherwood, Millie Hartwick. Lane 4 from Oak Ridge, Allison Adams. Lane 5 from Grandover, Carolina Bumgardner. Lane 6 from Lake Jeanette, Molly Smith. Lane 7 from Southeast, Britton Schicker. And lane 8 from Green Valley, Marley Douglas. This is your A final for the girls 15-19 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, in lane 8 from the Cardinal, Cameron Matthews. In lane 1 from the Greensboro Elks, Esme O'Neill. Lane 7 from High Point Elks, Molly King. Lane 2 from Henson Forest, Lauren Lalati. Lane 6 from Oak Ridge, Laura Smith. Lane 3 from the Friendly Frogs, Abby Townsend. Lane 5 from Sherwood, Riley Ramsor. And then your top qualifier, lane 4, with a time of 53.97 seconds from Lake Jeanette, Caitlin Henderson. Madam Referee. right, this is your final event of the night, event 20, boys 15-19, 100-yard freestyle. C final, Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Greensboro Oaks, Nolan Johnson. Lane 2 from Henson Forest, James Shepard. Lane 3 from Hamilton Lakes, Wes Crutchfield. Lane 4 from Green Valley, Mac Atkinson. Lane 5 from Hamilton Lakes, Baxter Lackey. Lane 6 from High Point Oaks, Julian Seaman. Lane 7 from Southeast, Jude Cooper. And in lane 8 from Oak Ridge, Jacob Koppel. This is your B final for the boys 15-19 100-yard freestyle. Madam Referee. In lane 1 from Sherwood, Charlie Benoit. Lane 2 from Oak Ridge, Tristan Atkins. Lane 3 from the Cardinal, Kyle Haslam. Lane 4 from Southeast, Killian Piner. Lane 5 from Hamilton Lakes, Mason Duggins. Lane 6 from Friendly, Micah Mitchell. Lane 7 from Southeast, Job Cooper. Lane 8 from Bowville, Edward Z. This is your A final for the boys 15-19 100-yard freestyle. In lane 8 from Green Valley, Charlie Thompson. In lane 1 from Henson Forest, Noah Morgan. In lane 7 from Henson Forest, Asher Tobin. In lane 2 from Bowmill, Nick Brooks. In lane 6 from Friendly, Harris Abernathy. Lane 3 from High Point Elks, Miller Fender. Lane 5 from Friendly, Charlie Mahoney. And your top qualifier in lane 4 with a time of 48.67 seconds from Barmel, Chich Zane. Madam Referee. All right, let's see if we got 9-10 girls and boys freestyle, 11-12 boys and girls freestyle at the podium. All right, let's get the girls 9-10 100-yard freestyle. Podium swimmers, number 3 from the Cardinal, Emma Paisley. All right, second place from the Lake Jeanette Lightning, Robin Cleaver. And in first place with a time of 59.22 seconds from Ridgewood, Lola Southern. Lola Southern there with a 59.22 unofficial record. City meet record for Lola Southern. All right, now your boys 9-10 100-yard freestyle. Third place from Burmill, Sawyer Heath. In second place from the Cardinal, Caleb Nash. And your winner with a time of 101.7 from Lake Jeanette, Tanner Sagan. Now your girls 11-12 100-yard freestyle champs. In third place from Ridgewood, Taylor Hilliard. In second place from the Greensboro Elks, Ella Kirby. And your winner with a time of 56.55 seconds from Hamilton Lakes, Parker Myers. All right, let's get our 11-12 boys 100-yard freestyle champs. In third place, from Sherwood, Arnold Evans. In second place, from Green Valley, Mathis Schumann. And your winner with a time of 56 flat from Burmill, Lou Masnay. All right, now let's get our 13-14 girls and boys 15-19 girls and boys 100-yard freestyle champs. Starting with our 13-14 girls, in third place from Oak Ridge, Avery Smith. In second place from Hamilton Lakes, Elizabeth Hill. And your winner with a time of 55.53 seconds from Sherwood, Kendall Abraham. Now for your 13-14 boys 100-yard freestyle champs. In third place from Greensboro Elks, Benjamin Saslow. In second place from Grandover, Grant Bishop. And your winner with a time of 50.64 seconds from Sherwood, William Netherton. All right, let's get our 15-19 girls 100-yard freestyle champs. In third place from Friendly, Abby Townsend. In second place from Lake Jeanette, Caitlin Henderson. And your winner with a time of 52.34 seconds from Sherwood, Riley Ramser. All right, last podium of the evening, boys 15-19 100-yard freestyle champs. In third place from the High Point Elks, Miller Fender. In second place from Mermill, J.J. Zane. And your winner with a time of 47.7 seconds from the Friendly Frogs, Charlie Mahoney. All right, day one in the books. If you're in the stands or around on the deck, pick up trash around you, help out the GAC staff. Hold on, one more announcement before you go. You stayed this long. All right, day one open scores. I'm gonna go through these quickly. 17th place Sedgefield, 16th Grandover, 15th Henson Forest, 14th Greensboro Elks, 13th High Point Elks, 12th Cardinal Swim Team, 11th Ridgewood, 10th Greensboro Country Club, 9th Starmount Forest, 8th Southeast, 7th Sherwood, 6th Mermill, 5th, Lake Jeanette. 4th, Green Valley. 3rd, Oak Ridge. 2nd, Friendly Frogs. Currently in first at the end of day one is the Hamilton Lakes Hornets. That was the open current scores. Now for the championship scores. 19th place Sedgefield, 18th place Pine Top, 17th Forest Oaks, 16th Greensboro Country Club, 15th Starmount, 14th High Point Elks, 13th Greensboro Elks, 12th Cardinal Swim Team, 11th Grandover, 10th Henson Forest, 9th Ridgewood, 8th Southeast, 7th place Green Valley, 6th Barb Hill, 5th Sherwood, 4th Lake Jeanette, 3rd Oak Ridge, and currently in second place Hamilton Lakes. First place as of right now, Friendly Frogs. Thank you, everyone. Now that concludes day one. Pick up trash around you, help out the GAG staff, drive safely. See you tomorrow.